Welcome back to the channel. My name is Juana. If you're new, welcome. Today I'm going to be working with the tension on my embroidery machine, my Ricoma EM1010. I'm going to be checking the bobbin tension and I'm going to show you how I do it. So I can't wait to share it with you. So let's get started. So I have already started embroidering the first test. This test is just the way my machine is right now. I haven't adjusted anything. And the reason why I started it at this point is because I didn't want to bore you with all the first part that is done. So yeah, this is just the way my machine is already with no adjustment to the bobbin. And so that I can know where is it that I need to do to adjust the tension, all right? So I'm going to run this real fast and then I'm going to see you at the end of this one to show you the result, all right? See you in a little bit, people. And this is the result. And this is the way my bobbin thread is right now on my machine, which is not good because you can barely see the white color of thread from the bobbin. So we're going to correct this. So right now you can barely see the bobbin thread. In my case, it's white because I'm using white bobbin thread. And you should be able to see more of the bobbin thread. Up to 1/3 of the bobbin thread should be showing in the middle. And right now it's barely, it's like a line, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do to correct this. I've never used this before, but I saw a video by Romero Threads. I am following his video and he has an excellent tutorial on how to set the tension. And this is the one that he uses. So I'm gonna follow step by step what he's doing, okay? Because it works for him. So he's an expert. For this one, you're not gonna put the thread through the little coily. You're gonna take off the thread from there. Okay. If I can get it out. There you go. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click this in here, same way you do it when you put it on your bobbin section on your machine. You're gonna push it down. Click. And then you're gonna go ahead and then you're gonna place the thread this way around. Take it up. Put it around here. Bring it down. And then you're gonna take it down to this right here. There's a little hook in there. You're gonna put it under and then you're gonna pull. You're supposed to have no more than 200 when you pull it, and that is for flat embroidery. And if you're gonna do hats, between 200 and 300, okay? Okay, so obviously mine is way down, you see? So that means that, wow, I am way off. You notice how it went all the way down? So that means I need to loosen this. And what I mean by loosen, it means if you see this little screwing here, I need to loosen that a little bit, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and bring a screwdriver and I'll be right back. So this is a very small screwdriver and I got it from my sewing machine. So I'm gonna be dealing with this one, not this one right here, okay? With this big one right here. Just do a tiny bit, okay? Don't go crazy. That's all I'm gonna do, okay? Because I'm gonna be testing in here, okay? So I wanted to just let you know that this is just if you have all your needles with the same problem. It's when you're gonna tackle the bobbing, okay? Don't do this if you have only one individual ones. If you have individual tests that are not good, then that is not the bobbing because that means that you have to then work with the tension on top of your machine, on the top tensions, okay? This is it. All the ones are showing the same problem, which is in this case, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead, because I just did it a little bit. I'm not gonna go crazy here. I'm gonna go ahead and put it again, and I'm gonna do the same thing. And I'm gonna pull. It's getting a little bit better there, okay? So I'm gonna take it off and do it again, okay? Just loosen a little bit more. Oh, wow, look at the difference, guys. I'm exactly at 200, which is great. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take a little bit lower, no more than 200. So I'm gonna go loosen it just a tiny bit more. And remember, these are just tiny, tiny, tiny move of the screw in here. And this is perfect. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go to the machine. This Towa, you can get it also on Amazon. The ones that are digital ones are like $100. I paid about 30 something dollars. This is the one that he used on his video from Aero Threads. So it works for him. So that's why I got the same one. Okay, so I'll see you at the embroidery machine. So let's go, people. So this is much better for comparison with the one that I had before, that you can barely see the white line. But I'm gonna go ahead and repeat it one more time and loosen it up more, because it should be at least 1/3 of the size in comparison to the other three parts. They are all the same. So again, I'm not gonna bother with the top knobs, tension knobs. I'm gonna just continue setting the bobbin. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna start the whole process again, and I'll see you at the end, okay? So this is the second attempt on me doing it again. So yeah, I'm not gonna record the whole thing because it's the same thing that you saw on the last one, okay? So we'll be sitting on the table showing you this one, okay? So I end up running it for 4 times. This is the original, the first one. And like I showed you before, you almost see no bobbin thread. A tiny, tiny, tiny line in the middle. All of them were the same way. You can barely notice it on the yellow and the white because they're lighter colors. But, and look at how tight the stitch is. You see how these wavy things, how tight it is? This was the second one that I ran that you saw when I did it. Just see that it's a little bit more relaxed. And you can see that the white thread of the bobbin is starting to show. It's more noticeable, you see? But I needed it to be a little bit wider, at least close to 1/3. So I went ahead and I ran it for a 3rd time. It looks real nice in the front, no tightness or anything, flat. And it got a little bit better. You see, a little bit wider. Not much difference, but a little bit wider. You see, you can tell. So I decided to do it for the 4th time. Okay. And look at that. Look at the difference. This is what I'm talking about. Okay. It's a third of the size of the other lines. And this is how you want to see it. And look at how nice it looks in here. Okay. So you might say when you're embroidering, if you've never done this and you see, well, you know, my embroidery looks good, but all depends, you see. And you need to do this kind of testing because you want to make sure that your machine is running up to the max of, you know, of quality when it comes to embroidery. Because I'm sure I would have been able to get away with this. Well, you know, none of the thread break, you know, and, you know, it looks okay, well, but it's very mediocre, right? You can tell the quality. Look at the difference on how this one was shrinking, and look at how nice and flat these two are. They were the better ones, okay? This tension test applies to every embroidery machine. It don't matter of the brand. It don't matter if it's a single needle or a multi-needle machine. Even on the single needle machine, my brother, I run a test the same way. This pattern right here that I have that I use to run in this, the reason why you see that there are 15 colors and they repeat is because I got it from Ricoma, the one that I got when I got my machine on the training. They provided us with a pattern on how to run this test. But all I did was that I repeated some colors that I was concerned about. I repeated the pink, the yellow, and the gold. So I decided to, you know, just repeat the colors. But again, this changes depending on your machine, depending on, you know, whatever, you know, the thread that you use and all of that. There's a lot of elements that depends on your result. So just because I did it on these settings doesn't mean that you have to do the same settings. Again, for flats, you're going to do it up to 200, meaning flat embroidery. And for hats, you will take it to between 200 and 300. You're going to start testing your tension in between those numbers. Each brand of machine is different. Is what I'm trying to say, okay? So yes, guys, so I'll see you in a little bit, okay? So the next step that I'm going to do is that I'm going to embroider this shirt, and I'm going to use this file that I had because it has like a single embroider satin stitch, and that's the way that I'm going to test how the stitches look. Of course, you don't have to do this step. This is optional. I decided to do it because I love this design and I wanted to try it on a shirt, but I'm going to use this opportunity to test also the stitching, okay? So if you have any questions on how to use the hoop masters and their fixtures, I do have a video tutorials that show you from beginning to end how to use the hoop master and the other fixtures that you can add to the whole system, okay? So guys, I'm going to take this to the embroidery machine and I will see you at the end when I'm done, okay? So I'm here on the machine. This is my Ricoma EM1010. It's a machine that has 10 needles. I already placed the colors in ahead of time. I'm using only 3 different colors, and I have it on AA, meaning that it's automatic. Automatic, meaning that it's going to embroider straight through because this is not an applique design. I'm going to go escape. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a slow tracing. I did the regular tracing already. I'm going to go ahead and do the slow tracing. And what this does is going to go through the contour of the whole design closer to the design. And I usually do this on designs that are like bigger, you know, when it comes to the height. So I am not concerned on the width. I'm concerned on this right here, which is very close to the frame. This design is a 6.5 in height. So I should be okay. So we're gonna start the embroidery, okay? I'm gonna be embroidering this on fast forward. And yeah, you know how I do my videos, right? All right, let's get started, people. So this is a closer look of the stitching. This is hoop burn, and this comes out with water, no issues. If you notice, look at the nice showing of the bobbin thread. So I am very pleased with the result in the back. It's nice and clean. And then the front, you saw it already when I was embroidering. Came out perfect. Amazing. Look at this stitching. The stitching is beautiful. Yep. I got this design. I think I mentioned it before from Stitchtopia. If you don't know about Stitchtopia, this is a site where they have a lot of funds. It's all about embroidery designs and funds. And like I say, they run these freebies like every 3 weeks or so, and I always get them because they're free and they're beautiful. And yeah, so this was a good tension adjustment. It came amazing. I don't have to wear it for a while now. This is not one thing that you do one time and that's it. You have to probably repeat it, after a while, after you use your machine, just to make sure that you are top notch when it comes to the quality of the embroidery. And yes, and guys, I forgot to let you know also that if you are looking for a multi-needle embroidery machine, I have a referral link down below in my description box. It's a referral link for Ricoma. You can click that referral link and you can ask them any questions you have about their multi-needle embroidery machines and other equipment. This is at no cost to you. And yeah, so if you have any questions about those machines, go ahead and click that link, okay? So what I have left to do now is to place the cloud cover in the back, and then I'll meet you at the table, okay? So guys, if you have any question about the whole process, don't forget to add those questions down in the description box. And for those who are new and you have not subscribed yet, consider subscribing to my channel, The Crafty Puerto Rican, and don't forget to click the notification bell. That way you will get notified of all my future videos. I will see you soon with new content. Until next time, bye bye, hasta luego.